Hello everyone, it is I, Solita, away, and welcome to the FATED date! Ah! I have to applaud myself at the moment because we haven't got any live studio audience just yet because they saw me because the curtain went down before and they saw me doing things to people and they left and they thought it was best to evacuate the building. But you're here and that's what matters. Hello everyone, hello, welcome in to the FATED date. Wonderful to have you here. This is my very first show, probably my last. I signed the contract before they committed me, so they have to respect it, and this is the FATED date. What is the FATED date? Well, tonight we have a wonderfully young, good-looking, attractive, beautiful host who's going to host this event where we get some old slapper on who's going to look for a date because she can't get one. And we've got a wonderful collection of guests who want to be the special one. Yes. Could it be you? No, because we've already pre-booked the guests. And we are going to meet them just a few moments. But first, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our contestant, the lady looking for love. It is Aurora Bleaks. Hello. Aurora, you look amazing. Hello.
Thank you.
Oh, I love your hair. It's amazing.
I cut it myself.
Oh, did you? I could tell. I kind of took half your hair in a way. See? I've kind of sort of matched, aren't we? In a way.
I have to say, Solita, you look very beautiful today.
Oh, thank you so much. I hear that all the time from everyone. And it never gets old. In fact, if someone didn't, I'd probably be very angry now. But yes, what do you think, guys? Look at this wonderful young lady. Now, Aurora Bleaks, where have you come from?
Where do I come from?
Yeah, where are you from?
Where do I not come from?
Oh, that's an attitude, isn't it? But seriously, some people may want to know where you're from because if you're from, like, say, the mean streets of Basingstoke, or people might not like you,
It's funny you say that because I actually am from the mean streets of Basingstoke.
Oh. So it's weird how you had to take a moment there before you said the name, as if you were preparing to know how to say it correctly. So I do have suspicions, but she's from the mean streets of Basingstoke. Is anyone into bad girls? What street in Basingstoke?
I prefer not to give away too much personal information if you don't mind.
That's absolutely valid. Yeah. So why are you here looking for love? Why is this the time to find someone?
Well, I spent a lot of time alone, and I thought that I preferred being alone, but I want to branch out, in this new year and
Oh,
try something different.
okay, I like that. So have you always been single? Or have you dated before?
I've dated once a long time ago, and it
Mm-hmm.
didn't end well.
I didn't. Oh no, what happened?
I don't remember.
Oh, that must have been bad. Did it end in an accident by chance?
You could say that.
Oh. Remember mean streets. So you have dated before. Didn't quite go well. Have you got high hopes for today?
I do have high hopes, Salida.
Oh, okay.
My hopes are very high.
Oh, wow. Is there a sort of type of person you're looking for?
Mm, well, as you know, I'm a little bit of a badass.
Oh,
So I think I'm looking for someone that is also a little bit of a badass.
oh, someone with a bit of an edge.
But I could have a soft spot in my heart.
Oh, Well,
We will see.
we have 3 wonderful guests lined up to be that special someone for you. And I think it's about time we introduce them. First, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the wonderful, the most bedazzling, Rodney Ripper. Hello.
Hello, Solita.
Oh, hello. Wonderful to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you too.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. This is Aurora Blinks.
Oh, Aurora. Pleasure.
But I'm Solita. Hi. Sorry, you got me all giddy.
Yeah, I do
think-
that sometimes.
I like the beard. I like that. That's nice.
Thank you.
Do you like the beard? Do you like beards there, Aurora?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. I like them all the time. Give me something I hang on to. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
You, Rodney. Oh, just. Sorry.
It's fun having it pulled, tossed around a bit.
Oh my. Rodney. Oh. Let's introduce our second guest. They are Ron Kipperman. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, hello, Ron. How are you?
I'm doing good, everybody. How you doing?
Oh, that's wonderful. Aurora, here is Ron. Ron, meeting more Aurora. What are your first impressions, by the way, Aurora,
Of who?
of either of our guests so far?
Both of them seem absolutely wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know them better.
Oh, yeah. So, Ron, thank you for joining. So, Rodney, I love what you've done with your eyes there. That's just.
Thank you.
I love that little touch there. I've gone for something very similar.
Oh, yes. A little bit of darkness around the eyes.
Yeah,
It helps to illuminate the soul.
I love that. Yeah. So, Ron, where do you come from?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh,
You know where that is?
sure.
Sure.
Why didn't you tell the
In the
audience? I'm
Midwest
sure
there
they
in
know.
the States.
I've never actually been over to the States myself. No. It's wonderful to have some international flavour. Yeah. Oh. So, is that like a known area for rough, gruff, tough people?
Not really, we sometimes we get into a scuffle or two, but nothing really big, you just you fight out with your buds and you get it done, and then you maybe go for fishing, put on your best flannel,
Oh, fishing.
Not too bad.
Yeah, nice. Get your tackle out, see what bites. Yeah, that kind of thing. Oh, yeah. So nothing big. That's a shame. Yeah. Rodney.
Yes.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from here, from there. Don't really like staying in one place because it gets a little too hot sometimes, so I like to move around.
I like that. A little bit of a mover and a shaker, huh?
Yeah. I find if I stay in one place too long, then I just get too much attention and I gotta move.
Okay, interesting. Oh, we've got a third slot. Getting lost in your eyes, both of you. My word. And our third guest, ladies and gentlemen, it is Boulder. There they are. Hello. Oh. Would you like to tell us a bit about yourself, Boulder?
My name's Boulder. I come from Yorkshire. I used to work. Can't anymore. Bit of shrapnel. That's right. Not from the war, no. I was doing a bit of lawn mowing and the lawnmower exploded and a bit went right up me. Nasty business. Yes.
Right, lovely. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Intense. What are your impressions, Aurora, of Boulder here?
Boulder seems very brave.
Very brave, yes. Yeah. So, we've met all of our contestants, our wonderful Aurora Bleaks that will be asking the most personal questions tonight, and by the end of this evening, she will pick one of our wonderfully free guests, our wonderful guests, to go home with on a date. Yes. I wonder who it will be. Stay tuned. We'll get to learn everyone. Not only that, tonight we have messages from you who are looking for love, for people out there that may want to be on this show, but we won't because maybe you're not camera ready. But you could maybe write to one of our dating profile contestants, so you'll be seeing them throughout this evening. Not only that, we'll be joined by a wonderful couple, soon to be married, Hamster and Naomi, in our Couples Corner. We'll be probing them very deeply tonight. So, shall we get this show underway? It's time for our first round, and that is the icebreaker. It's always good to break the ice and maybe have a nice glass of Coke. Anyway, so I'm going to give you a question, Aurora, and you're going to ask that question to whichever contestant you wish to ask it to. Okay, let me get that for you now. So all you got to do is read this aloud to whoever you wish.
Okay. I'll start with Rodney.
Rodney?
Hi.
What do you do for a living, and can you describe a typical day in your life?
Well, I wake up. I pour me a good old glass of Chianti. I sip it. I enjoy my mornings. I go outside. I peruse the area. I'm a hunter, you see, and I like to hunt my prey first before I do my business. And, I do my business, and I come home and I relax.
Wow. Oh, can you imagine being their prey?
Yes, can you?
Hunting, that's interesting. I've never met a hunter before.
Ah, well, pleasure's all mine.
Oh, wow. What do you think about that, Aurora? You into hunting?
I've never hunted myself,
No.
but it seems like Rodney has a lot of mystery to him, and that's exciting.
It is hard to hunt oneself.
Well, yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah. You need someone else with you sometimes, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. That is. I have to say that's. Well, what a day! And you start by waking up. That's such a great start to the day. I do the same thing. It's just so relatable, isn't it? Aurora,
Not everyone does it.
Aurora, have you ever
Not everyone
woken
does
up
that.
at all?
Unfortunately, I wake up every morning.
Oh, unfortunately, don't you worry, because
I can help you with that.
Oh. Soon you may be waking up with someone else. Mm-hmm. May not seem
That's what
so
I meant.
bad. Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah. Calm down. So sweet. So, same question. Who do you wish to ask now?
I will ask Ron.
Okay.
What do you do for a living, and can you describe a typical day in your life?
Well, I wake up around 5:30. I have a cup of Joe, typical black. I don't like any sugar in my stuff. But, I go and I usually shovel the snow off of my car. It's been pretty intense over here. But I go and work at a factory that makes wooden ducks for duck hunting. I'm a little bit of a duck hunter. Do a little hunting myself, too. So I kind of agree with Rodney here. Hunting's great. My prey, though, is I don't know what he's doing, but it's usually foul, but I'm the guy who's on the line who paints them, make them really look like the mallards they are. And then once I'm done there, I work at 12. And sometimes, I'll go ice fishing in this season, but it's been pretty bad for that recently. The weather just hasn't been right. So, I'll just go maybe hang out, have a beer with some buds there at the bar, if it's open, that is. It just depends on the shift. But that's usually what I do, So rinse and repeat, depending on the season. Sometimes I'll go all the way up to Duluth there in Minnesota. It's nice up there. Really, we should go sometime.
Oh, That well. Already a proposition for you there, Aurora. Does that day sound riveting at all to anyone?
It sounds riveting to me. And also, it looks like Ron is a very talented person.
Oh, well, yeah, making ducks. What was it you said? Mallards?
Yeah, mallards, they're a type of duck.
Oh! Sorry, my mind. Mallards. That's a great word. It's a great word. I like that. Yeah, I'll use that more often in conversation. So, I guess same question to our final contestant. Would you wish to ask Belder?
Yes, Boulder. What do you do for a living? And can you describe a typical day in your life?
Oh, well, a typical day for Boulder would probably be I get up and I'll probably have a sit down and have breakfast made for me. I eat that. Then I'll probably have brunch to follow because don't want to waste time too much. Then I'll probably get up from that seat and go over and sit on another one, put the telly on, probably have my lunch, and then maybe a snack to follow. Then I'll probably probably someone always rings round, causing trouble. Then I expect dinner on the table, so I go over and sit down and have a table dinner. Then I probably have my supper, probably in front of the TV, where I fall asleep fasting. Then I probably go up to bed if I can be bothered.
Lovely. Well, maybe a bit too much information there. Aurora, reactions?
It seems like the perfect date for me and Boulder would be a dinner date.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, well, I like how you sort of are seeing how you can adapt to each person. Do you think you're a very adaptive individual?
Actually, I would say yes.
Oh, interesting. So, I have to ask, what is a typical day for you, Aurora?
For me, well, similar to Ron, I like to drink black coffee in the morning. So I wake up, I drink black coffee. I take a little walk outside.
Ooh.
Preferably if it's raining, but it's okay if it's not. I wake up very early, so the sun's not out yet.
I like
And
doing
then-
that too.
And then I go to work. And for work, I like to make potions, trinkets, things that I sell at farmers markets, that sort of thing, also online. I also, after work, like to light a fire in my fireplace, of course,
Oh, yeah.
and read a nice book and have a cup of tea.
So
That is a typical day
that's a
when I'm
typical
working.
day. It's very
Not
varied.
a day off.
I can see how all of our contestants can sort of fit into that average day in your life. That's interesting. Oh, it's tense, isn't it? Oh, it doesn't seem to be swinging one way or the other just yet. We're just getting started. Shall we move on to our next round? So, Aurora, could you tell us a bit about some of your hobbies?
Well, like I mentioned, for work, I make trinkets and potions and all sorts of fun stuff. And luckily for me, my work is also a hobby, so that's good. Other hobbies, I like to explore.
Oh,
I like to go to places I've never been before and check them out.
they call that urban exploring, don't they?
I also like to go to abandoned places.
Yes.
Yeah. I like anything, cemeteries, stuff like that.
Do you like asylums?
As long as it's abandoned.
I was going to say, because I'd love to swap places. Seriously. Let's move on to our next round. Okay, I've asked you about your hobbies, so please feel free to ask this question to whoever you wish.
Okay, let's go in the opposite order this time. I'll ask Boulder first.
Oh, okay.
I like blink and blink
What?
when I have free time. What
you're
sort?
hold on, Aurora. You're meant to fill in the blanks.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
I thought that was part of the question.
It's okay. Unless you like blanking people.
Yes, me too. I like blanching people.
Okay. I like cold weather and a walk when I have free time. What sort of hobbies and interests do you have?
Okay, and that was to Boulder, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Boulder. What are your hobbies?
Oh, hobbies. Oh, I've got loads of them. Oh, I like clay pigeon shooting. Actually, I like any kind of shooting. Sometimes I go down to the testing range. Sometimes I just hunt wild animals. I got a dog last week, yes. Oh, it's a wild dog, don't get me wrong. It was the one that went missing a few weeks ago from next door. Yeah. What else do I like? Well, I like watching the telly. I suppose taking the bins out has become a bit of a hobby. And going down pub.
Right. So, Aurora, reactions.
Seems like we have a lot of hunters here.
Yes, does appear to be a theme, actually. Dear, maybe we got some of the questionnaires a bit mixed up with something else, and we got a certain type of individual joining us. But still, you know, everyone's looking for love. It is Valentine's season. You know, hobbies, they can be changed, you know. May not be able to change people, but you can change what you do for your spare time, right? Would you like to ask that question to somebody else?
I'll move on to Ron.
Right.
I like cold weather and walks when I have free time. What sort of hobbies and interests do you have?
Well, you know already that I like to hunt. And, you know, just last year I bagged a 8-pointer there in rifle season. So, you know, I do that typically. But on my other days off, you know, don't get too many of them with those 12-hour shifts. But you can see in the back I've got a guitar there. I'm a part of a cover band. You can't see my bass, but it's a Red Hot Chili Peppers cover band. You know, we hit up the bar scene. We go to Bernie's, usually at least once a night. And, you know, I like Flea a lot. He does the slap bass. Oh, it's so good. But, you know, sometimes I hit up with the guitar and I play some Steve Vai as well. But, you know, that's usually what I do. A little bit of fishing. Go get some perch and walleye. I remember that you said you go to the farmer's market and stuff. So I like to sell perch and walleye there too, you know. Make a little bit of extra cash on the side. But yeah, that's usually what I do.
Ooh, interesting. Oh, wow, a little bit of a musical flavour there. Aurora, what are your tastes on music?
I like a lot of music, actually.
Oh, so that might interest you then.
Yeah, I also like that he sells things at the farmer's market, too.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay, so one final contestant. Would you like to ask a question, Aurora?
Yes, Rodney. I like cold weather and walks when I have free time. What sort of hobbies and interests do you have?
Well, Aurora, much like you, I also enjoy walking outside when it's dark and hard to see. And in fact, that's where I do most of my hunting. And I do enjoy my work. It's really much my main hobby as well. It's a little cliche to say, I know, but there's nothing like a good thrill of a hunt and a chase. And I really invest fully into it. I hunt all kinds of animals. Most of the ones that range between, I don't know, the 40 to 60 kilogram range. It's just a good, anything heavier than that, just a little harder to hit over the head, to bag. Yeah, and I think you would enjoy coming out the city with me as I hunt. It'd be a little fun.
The city. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like the frills you were giving there. Aurora, opinions?
It does sound thrilling.
I have some opinions,
Yes.
actually. Sorry. But Aurora, yeah, sounds thrilling, yeah? Yeah. So, we're 2 rounds in. What is your perspective on the lay of the lands? Because you're going to be dating one of these individuals after all.
Well, with Rodney, I like the thrill and the mystery and the darkness that surrounds him.
Yes.
With Ron, I like his hobbies, and it seems like hanging out with him would be a lot of fun. With Boulder, I think we could have a really relaxing time and eat something good. All of the contestants are very nice, Solita.
Amazing, amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's not just these wonderful single people that are looking for love, but you at home. A lot of you are looking for love, and that's why you've sent in some dating profiles throughout this evening, and we've got our first batch of them coming up now. So stay tuned, enjoy these people, and if you like them, give them a call, and we'll be back with more Fated Date after this. Okay, so I'll do that again. Welcome back to the Fated Day. And we have our wonderful contestants still here, the wonderful Aurora Bleaks looking for love. How are you, Aurora?
I'm doing great.
Yes, excellent. We'll say the same things, I'll cut it out in the edit. And of course, you're looking for love because you're single. And I'm single too. Hello, Rodney. Welcome back.
Hi.
And of
Thank
course,
you.
Ron and a more silent Boulder. So we're going to move on with our next round here. So we're going to move on. We've made the formalities. We've made the ice break. It's now time to get down to the serious business and that first date. So over to you, Aurora.
Okay, we'll ask Rodney first.
Okay.
Can you describe the perfect first date for us to embark upon?
I think the perfect first date should be somewhere secluded where we can get nice and know each other, and no one else has their prying eyes to see anything that could, interfere with the date and stuff. And maybe a nice drive to a nearby wooded area where we can overlook the city from a distance and no one can hear our screams, our loud screams. Yeah, what a perfect date, don't you think?
Oh my, that's going quite far on the first date, isn't it? Oh my. Although it doesn't turn me off at all. Aurora, wow, what was your reaction to that? What about that for a first date?
Honestly, it sounds very thrilling. However, I think I prefer a first date to be in a public place.
Ooh.
As much as
don't
I
like
love,
public places.
as much as I love secluded areas, I'd say that's a good second date.
Okay, so she's not counting it out, Rodney. She's not counting it out, but maybe not for the first date. Okay. Interesting. But it's nice to know that you've got plans ahead if it goes further, right? That's always something.
I will say, it sounds like the perfect second date.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Well, then we'll take a second date there.
Oh,
I'll gladly go wherever you wish for the first date.
so there's some, back and forth there, compromise. That's always good. Who are you asking next?
I'll go with Ron.
Okay.
Ron, can you describe the perfect first date for us to embark upon?
I'd say, I had already mentioned Bernie's there, the bar I play at. They've got these great mod sticks and stuff. The appetizers are great there. Maybe we can have a beer, but nothing too much. It's a first date, so we don't want to get hammered or anything, because most likely I got to go back to the factory in a couple hours anyways. But I'd say that's probably the best thing we could do. Can't really take you out hunting or anything yet. Don't know you. Go in the woods and stuff alone with people. I don't really like that much, until you know somebody. So something like that.
I'm sorry, I'm so glazed over there, but it sounds lovely. Yeah. I'm sure. What about you, Aurora? Do you think that sounded lovely?
It actually does sound like a very lovely
Yeah.
first date.
So rather intimate, isn't it? In a
I do
way.
like live music and just hanging out for a few hours.
Oh.
I will say, I think it would be nice to spend time together alone in the woods. So I hope that after the first date, you can get to know me well enough to have a date like that.
That's interesting. So it's really about, sort of connecting in an environment where, I mean, it's true. If you are more comfortable in a more secluded, less people around, put yourself in the opposite situation, because if you still connect in that situation, then you may be onto something, right?
Exactly, Solita.
Yeah. Okay, I see where you're coming from. I'm liking it. Okay, I guess you wish to ask this to the third contestant?
I would.
Feel free.
Boulder, can you describe the perfect first date for us to embark upon?
The best lunch. Probably a steak and kidney pie. Then we'll probably walk. Not for too long. Not for too long. I can't with long walks. No, we'll probably walk home. And then probably sit down in front of the telly, put a video on. Yeah. Do you like the bill? Oh. Yeah.
Okay. That was something. What about that then?
Well, as you know, I do like long walks.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like that aspect since Boulder also doesn't like long walks.
That's actually quite good.
I like going on long walks by myself, so maybe that's not something for a date. And I do like a nice steak dinner and a movie. So I could see us having a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. Ooh, Boulder, suddenly. Really coming forward here. Okay, all right. So maybe a bit of a sleeper on Boulder, somewhat. Okay, first date has happened. And this is what you're going to be going on, right, if you win. So this was a really big round for you, Aurora, to judge who's the right one. Especially for that first impression. So it seems like everyone's gearing up for second dates, right? In a way, Aurora?
Oh, yeah,
So do you see this being a long-term thing?
I do.
Okay. So remember that, contestants. This will be a long-term affair, in a way. So just remember that. You're committed.
Would you say it'd be for life?
Perhaps.
Oh.
But, I'm also willing to have some fun, some short-term fun, if that's what it ends up being.
Okay.
Oh, me too.
So there are some flexibility, but ultimately this is looking for the one. I know a thing or two about for life because I was committed for the rest of my life. So unless I can find a stable home to be in, so I'm also sort of looking. Rodney. Next question. We're going to now. This is a bit interesting because this is the scenario round. So Aurora is going to present different scenarios to each of our contestants, and we want to see what they would do, how they would react, and it'll be up to Aurora to judge that. It might be quite harsh. It's all about first impressions. I mean, it's all about dating. So first of all, who would you like to ask this scenario to, Aurora?
We'll start with Ron.
We'll start with Ron. Okay. So I'm going to send you this now, and Ron, get ready. How would you react to this?
Okay, Ron. We're driving home from our date, and we can't take our eyes off each other, and thus you drive over an old lady crossing the road. What do you do next, having stopped the car?
Well, I learned CPR and first aid there at the community center. So I most likely, we would check on the old lady. I tell you, call 911. Because you need somebody to do that. And I'd probably try to resuscitate depending on the situation. But given the fact that I have a F-350, which is like a really heavy duty truck, I don't know if the old lady would have survived from that. But you got to check anyways. So yeah, probably do that. You know, my mother taught me that no matter what, you got to help people. So even if it doesn't seem like it's going to be good, we got to go for it, right?
Dear, I didn't know you drove a truck. Dear. I suppose you could maybe attach some of the limbs back together or something.
Well, I got a few ratchet straps, but I don't know if
Oh.
that's going to fix, amputation or anything like that.
Aurora, how do you feel about that? How would you react to what was going on?
I love that he's a helpful guy. I love a big truck too.
Oh, love a big truck. Loves a big truck. We all love a big truck. Yeah. I like the CPR. I like that. If you need someone to practice on or anything, you know. You can pound me anytime. Give me the kiss of life. I'll kiss you for life.
I could get you a membership at the community center. Maybe you can go to a class together, you know?
If they'll let me out, yeah. Totally down for that. Love to meet loads of different people. From here, there, everywhere. So, who would you like to ask next?
Let's ask Boulder.
Okay, let's get the builder's scenario. Here we go.
Boulder. Another man continues to flirt with me in a bar and is being very persistent and not getting the hints. How do you react?
Okay, Boulder, you heard that. How would you react?
Oh, well, I'll probably confront him. I'll probably say, oi, you, there is nought wrong with hitting on a lady, but the one you're hitting on is the girl I'm having an affair with, okay? So I don't want to cause a scene, because then my wife will find out. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I'm married. So I and if he continue to start trouble, I'll take him outside. I'll take him outside and give him a right good fiver to go away.
Lovely. Well, at least he's got priorities. We really need to vet our contestants a little bit more, I think. Aurora, your reaction?
Well, I love that Boulder's has a protective side to him.
True.
I'm not sure how I feel that he's already married, but we might be able to work it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to call my producers on that one. I might slip by a little bit. Oh dear. Well, you know, protective. That's nice. We've got very kind in the CPR. We've got very protective from Boulder in these scenarios. That must make you feel quite good. Should we go to our third contestant?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's get that scenario up. Rodney, hello. This is
Yes,
for you.
hi.
This is for you. Rodney Ripper. Hardly know her. Oh, it's me.
Rodney, you're in a restaurant, but I didn't realize I was allergic to paella. I'm puffing up. What do you do?
I think that was pronounced paella.
Paella.
Well, I would take out my big old bag of medications, and I would give you some antihistamines to help you calm down with your allergic reaction. I would then put you quickly in the car and drive off where you can be nice and safe, because allergic reactions can be very deadly.
Very much so. So, are you a qualified doctor? Carry a bag of medicine?
Oh, no.
Oh.
No. I'm just a very handy person with medication.
Gotcha. Oh.
You never know when it can come in handy.
No, that's very true, very true. Do you have any allergies, by the way, Aurora?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, don't try the paella.
A shame.
Oh, yeah. I think. But what do you think? What do you think about that response?
Well, I will say that even though I'm not aware I have any allergies, they can develop later in life.
That's
so
true.
It's good to know that Rodney could be prepared for that. Also, as you know, I make certain potions and stuff, so I feel like we have a lot in common. I also like to be prepared with any number of, handy substances that you might need. You never know.
I feel like your potions can be very handy in my line of work.
Oh.
Very handy indeed.
I see some chemical reactions starting here. Just explosive. All in our face.
Oh my.
Oh. And Ron, my word, with the old pounding on chest, got my heart beating a little bit there. And Boulder will need to have words off camera. So what we'll do is we will come back a little bit later in the evening to see if Aurora can find the one from our contestants. We've got a couple more rounds to go, and then Aurora's going to have to make her pick. But before that, stay tuned, because we're going to be meeting a lovely couple in our Couples Corner. But until then, check out more of our wonderful audience, single audience, looking for love tonight from you. So I'm going to take it to them, and we'll be joining everyone here, back here on the Fated Date, in a little while. Welcome back, and wow, you've seen all of our wonderful single dating profile videos tonight. Did anyone catch your eye? I hope so. Maybe you'll be joining us on the Couples Corner. That was wonderful. But we're back here for Fated Date and our final rounds, because we are getting closer to that moment where Aurora will have to make her mind up like Buck Spiz. It's time to making your mind up. I'm not going to whip off my skirt. No, why not? No. Carried away. And we are joined once again by Rodney, Ron, and Bull.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. They've been brewing. They've been waiting. They've been looking at Aurora. In weird ways.
Yes, we have.
Aurora, you're closer now to deciding. Are you feeling tense?
I actually feel quite relaxed.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good. Because coming up next is our multiple choice round. Each of our guests will be presented with a scenario, but with 3 options. So they can only pick one of the options and explain why. Who would you like to ask first?
Let's go with Boulder.
Boulder, right, okay. So we're gonna send you this question to you now, and read out the multiple choices for Boulder to hear.
Boulder. We're having a nice romantic meal, but the couple next to us in the restaurant are talking too loud. So do you A, ask them politely, lower their voices, B, decide to leave peacefully and perhaps go to another place, or C, threaten violence and take them outside violently for a fight?
Oh, okay, Boulder, you've heard the options. What do you say?
Oh, see, I see what's going on here. Yeah, no, straight outside. I'll give them a punch. Oh yes, no mistaking. Maybe a kick too. It depends how my heart is at the time. I might end up just giving him a slap or something, or maybe choking him, or maybe just letting him off with a warning. But noise pollution gets on my nerves, because I could be sitting there slurping on my soup, and someone always complains, moan, you're slurping too loud. And I'm like, I'm enjoying my meal, and then I blow off in their direction.
Right, well, there we go. Aurora, what did you think about that? Was that the choice you're expecting?
I'm not sure, Solita.
Oh.
What if I was talking too loud? What would happen then?
That's very true, Boulder. You need to watch it. You need to watch what you say around here. You're upsetting everyone, especially your wife, apparently, who we have spoke to. Okay, we've heard from Boulder. Who would you like to propose a scenario to next?
Let's go with Rodney.
Rodney.
Hi.
Okay, good choice. Hello, Rodney. Welcome back. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Go. I feel it's better with you here.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Rodney, I have a bit of food in my mouth. Do you
Ooh.
A, tell me about it politely for me to deal with, B, use your thumb to lean over and wipe it off, or C, don't tell me and occasionally stare at me, imagining a tiny city of germs living their lives on my chin?
Well, as true as C is, the true gentlemanly thing to do would, of course, to be look into your beautiful eyes and then reach over
Yeah.
and with my thumb put it really into your mouth and then just wedge it out and then There it is. Spinach.
Oh, well, sorry. I was swept up there. Whoa, Aurora, what do you think about that?
Well, that was a very impressive demonstration of what could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
How did you like it?
I loved it. I mean, Aurora, what do you think?
It was very romantic.
Romantic. I like that. I like that. Well, we have one final contestant to be asked their question. Would you like to do that now?
Yes. Ron.
Oh.
We leave the restaurant and are in a taxi home, but I forgot my jacket. Do you A, turn the taxi around, increasing the price of the journey dramatically? B, get out and jog back, saying you'll return it on the second date? C, give me your jacket, knowing you have 2,000 Canadian dollars sewn into the lining?
Ooh, that's a hard one. You know, I'd probably just increase the fare, you know. I mean, I know taxis are pretty expensive, but coats are expensive too nowadays, you know. And if you have a Carhartt, you ever heard of a Carhartt, anybody? That'll protect you from the weather. So you can't afford to lose that. So we probably go back and get your coat. But in the time being, I'd give you mine, of course, because, you know, it's probably cold out here in Milwaukee.
Oh, I like that. So you've sort of meshed them up there, but I like that. I like taking the best of the both worlds. Aurora, how do you feel about that response?
I like that a lot too, Solita. I mean, giving me his jacket and going back for mine and willing to, you know, increase the fare of the taxi.
If you want to send me your coat anyway, I'd be happy to take it. Just generally, just speaking. Yeah.
The Carhartt, it's good.
Yeah, what is that?
Good quality.
What is that?
Cards are really nice, you know? They're pretty warm.
It's true.
Oh, I'm learning so much. So, where will this first date happen when you are you going to Basingstoke or are they coming to you? That's the question.
Oh, are you asking me?
Well, everyone really. I haven't really thought that far through. But don't worry, we'll pay for it all here, right?
That's good to know. Well, then in that case, we'll go to yours.
We will be at least providing a budget. Yeah. Small budget. Okay, so we've heard the scenarios, we've heard their answers, we are getting closer and closer. Actually, we're coming to that time, but there's one final question, and this question hasn't been designed by us here at the Fated Date team. This one has been chosen specifically by Big Potato. This is free form. So who would you like to ask your personal question to first? Aurora.
Let's go with Rodney.
Rodney.
Aye.
Okay.
Rodney, if we could go hand in hand and murder everyone, how do you suggest we dispose of the bodies?
Oh my. Well, it's very funny you should ask me this question because in my line of work, I deal very well with body disposal. We have many options for you. I have a vagal vat of hydrochloric acid. It helps liquefy flesh, and I add other enzymes as well to really break down those hard to liquefy bits. I've got plenty of bone sauce to help reduce, but really the best way is to take their car that you've murdered, the body, and then go into the woods and then destroy the car, light it aflame, and then hopefully the charred body will be gone, unrecognizable, and you'll have no traces of your evidence left behind.
I'm sorry, I've got chills. Aurora, was that the answer you were expecting? I didn't expect such a tough question. Vile.
It was a very
Was that tough?
It was a very thought out answer. I mean, I like that he had an exact plan and every step you needed along the way.
Yeah, very meticulous, actually. Don't know. Oh, I thought it was frills earlier, but I think it's chills. Oh dear.
I offer both services.
Oh.
Thrills and chills.
Rodney, flirting. Aurora, who would you like to ask a personal question to next?
I want to ask Boulder.
Okay. So you can ask them anything you like, Aurora. Feel free.
Boulder, I feel everyone should be able to express themselves any way they want. What do you feel about self-expression in a partner?
Okay, so self-expression, Boulder. What's your answer?
Oh, I think, well, woman should know place, you know. I am the manliest man that there is. So, you know, I should be acknowledged as such. And therefore I should be the one going out doing the work and come home for tea. If you want to express that with a nice petticoat, I'm happy to oblige. Maybe I'll get it for you for Christmas. Other than that, if you're talking, I don't know, piercings, funny haircuts, going outside in fishnet stockings, I've done that, and I can say it's not all it's cracked up to be. So I wouldn't recommend it for you. But maybe we could go together and give it once maybe for an hour or 10 minutes. Maybe just round the block and back again. Or maybe not bother at all. Maybe we could just look at ourselves in the mirror. Not my mirror, of course, my wife I find out.
Okay, well, yes, I think they're going to be in trouble either way, judging by tonight. Aurora, response?
I liked Boulder's answer, and I like Boulder's style.
Oh!
But I don't know how I would feel about, you know, not being able to use his mirror too, and having to hide.
Yeah.
I don't like hiding from the truth. I just like...
Hiding the bodies. That's a callback. That's macabre. We need to have therapy after this show. Can we organise that, please?
I'd rather not.
I know I need some. Aurora, there's one final question this evening to be proposed to one lucky person in the middle, Ron. So would you like to ask that question now? I will...
I would, Solita.
Yes. I'm glad. It kind of helps the show carry on. There we go.
Okay, Ron. My parents won't let me go on a date with you. What's your reaction to that? What would you do in response?
Well, I would tell, I reassure your parents because, I was raised pretty well, be very respectful, especially when it comes to, parents' decisions in general, because, they're looking out for you most of the time. So I'd probably see if I could maybe go out on the lake with your dad. I mean, he's probably into fishing. He's probably into maybe hunting too. I don't know though, going out with your dad, with the rifle or something. I know he might be after me, but anyways, I think, if I just get to know him, he would maybe open up and we could go on that first date.
Oh, so really try to bond. I think that's a good approach. What do you think, Aurora?
I think that's a really good approach, and I think my father would probably like that.
Oh, okay. So they even get approval from the parents. Wow, this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached this climactic moment where, Aurora, you have seen all the pros and cons, you've asked your questions, they've responded, it's time to decide which one of these contestants you wish to take on a date, a fated date. And I hope that when you do, you'll both come back here to Couples Corner and tell us how it went. But Aurora, what are you thinking? Talk us through your thought process.
Yeah, let me just share my thoughts. So, honestly, at first, I was leaning towards Boulder because his first impression was his good looks, and I like that.
Really?
But I'm not sure that the personality was really what I'm looking for. Because I like a little bit more adventure. I like to do a little bit more than just eat and watch TV, although that can be nice. So later that...
A lot of flatulence.
The first person I'm eliminating is Boulder. I'm so sorry, Boulder, but I'm sure Boulder will be able to get anyone else he wants to because of his attractive looks.
He's not happy with that. Yeah, I mean, you got your wife to go home to Boulder. That's made him angrier. That's fine. Okay, so Boulder is out of the equation tonight, but we've got two wonderful other contestants. The rather, I think, rather charming Ron. Very honest, down to earth. I that's my opinion. And then Rodney, who has something about them. I just can't put my finger on it. I feel like being incarcerated in the asylum, I feel like I'm on the inside and you're sort of on the outside, but we're both in the same sort of place.
I'm not here with you. You're here with me.
Oh, I love that. Yes, I'll take you. Aurora. Sorry, Ron and Rodney, what are you thinking? Talk us through what's next. How are you going to decide here?
Well, Solita, this was a very hard decision for me to make because they both have a great personality. I mean, Rodney and I feel like we have so much in common. And Ron and I feel like we could have so much fun together. So ultimately, it came down to, the Wisconsin accent. I'm a sucker for a Wisconsin accent. And that's why today I'm picking Ron.
Ron Kipperman, you are today's fated date for the wonderful Aurora. But don't worry, Rodney, there's a consolation prize. See me after the show. But congratulations. What have you got to say for yourself, Ron?
I didn't really expect this, I've never really been on the dating scene that much, When you asked me to come on the show, I was surprised, but I just gave it my all, I expressed myself, gave my full heart here, and I hope that maybe, when we go on that date, maybe it'll go further,
Oh, who knows? So, ladies and gentlemen, that heart that Ron has given has been won over, and it's Aurora. Aurora, Ron, we will have that budgeted date ready for you to go on, and hopefully you'll come back and tell us how it went. How would that sound? Yeah. I mean, if one of you doesn't comply, then we sort of know that it probably hasn't gone well. But thank you so much. Rodney, anything you wish to say?
Solita, thank you for inviting me on this show. Aurora, this might be the last mistake you'll ever make in your life. Enjoy it while you have the chance to.
Oh.
Ron, I'll see you on a little hunting trip that we planned out.
Hey,
earlier.
that sounds good to me, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so nice. See, you're not even going to make any more mistakes in life. You think she'd made the right decision. Amazing. So I wish to thank everyone tonight. Rodney, Ron, a winner, and Boulder. And, of course, the lovely Aurora Bleaks. I've been Solita. And this has been Fated Date. And just a little thank you to Naomi Dreams, the Battle Hamster, Dagger Steve, the Profanitarian, Scottish Meatloaf, Panda Rye, Eddie, Spud Gun, Numa Guy, Raffy Beaver Real, and Big Potato. I'm applauding for everyone. I have been Solita, and I hope you've enjoyed this Fated Date, and you'll join us again to see someone else find the perfect one, or at the very least, I'll have some fun. Good night, everyone. Farewell. Say goodbye.
Good night. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.